Hello everyone. In this issue, we will introduce the channel, including what kind of content videos it will be sending out. Japan has many video games. I believe this is now a globally known fact. However, there are many more masterpieces of Japanese games, which I believe are still unknown to the rest of the world. RPG games and mystery games, in particular, have many masterpieces with scenarios as great as those in movies. Many masterpieces are unknown even in Japan, and even more people overseas do not know about them. This channel will feature such hidden masterpieces and introduce them to you. In this first video, we will discuss some of the types of work that are available. Let's go! The first work I would like to discuss is the work of Square Enix. The company produces the Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest series and is a leader in Japanese RPG games as a whole. Indeed, the Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest series have many RPGs with great scenarios. However, Square Enix has created many RPG games with even better scenarios. Among these works, the Saga series is the one that cannot be missed. The first piece was sold in 1989. Because it was developed as software for old-fashioned portable game consoles, the game was not as complete as it should have been. However, many of the scenarios are excellent, and the story of the first Saga is particularly shocking. The concept of Saga was a portable console version of Final Fantasy. However, the storyline feels quite different from the Final Fantasy series. Final Fantasy is a story of love and friendship. The person you are fighting is an evil person who is plotting the destruction of the world. The protagonists are righteous allies who save the world, and the antagonists are evil beings, and good and evil are easy to understand, just like in a hero movie. It is a story in which the main characters triumph over the bad guys who are trying to ruin the world with the weapons of love and friendship. The story of Saga is quite different from that of Final Fantasy. In Final Fantasy, we were dealing with completely bad guys, but Saga's opponents are not bad guys. The Saga series tells the story of man's battle against the gods who rule the world. In Greek mythology, it would be like a human being taking on Zeus or Poseidon in a battle. In mythology, there is a great difference in power between gods and mortals, and the same is true in Saga. Therefore, there are many scenes in which human love and friendship are portrayed as powerless, and a worldview in which good and evil do not prevail. Final Fantasy is a story that can be enjoyed by everyone, and is the king of RPG games. Saga, on the other hand, does not portray good and evil in a straightforward manner. It is a story for adults, and is so highly artistic that it is hard to believe it is a game. There are RPG games with more artistic scenarios than Saga. Xenogears. I will talk about the excellence of Xenogears at another time. Next is an introduction to the mystery game. Japanese mystery games are more hidden masterpieces than RPG games. There are a number of good works, and this video will showcase a few of the most representative ones. One of the masterpieces is NES Detective Club. It is the story of a young detective boy who solves the murders he encounters. The scenario is orthodox for a mystery work, but highly complete. This piece has a part 1 and a part 2, and the story in part 2 is especially great. Both games are more satisfying than watching a single mystery movie. The story of this game will be well presented in a separate video. Here is one last one. Kamaitachi Night. This is a novel-type game, played as if you were reading a novel. On a day of strong snowfall, 13 people were stranded at a ski resort pension. and the murders happen one after another. The story is inspired by Agatha Christie's famous mystery novels. The game is completed when the young college student is able to uncover the culprit while controlling him, but if he makes the wrong choice, he will be killed. In movies and novels, the protagonist is never killed for guessing wrong. But in this game, even the protagonist can be killed. This kind of production can only be done with video games, and it is a pleasure that cannot be found in movies or novels. Since this is our first video, we have only included a brief introduction to these games. Starting with the next video, we will tell you more about the story of each game. Thank you for watching to the end. Goodbye.